What's up, guys? Let's talk about the COVID. I said I would do this because this shit is just out of hand, and it's been out of hand for a while. I don't even need to say why. like, let's start at the beginning of this, I suppose. So when the stuff first came out about COVID and people were freaking out, people were dying, they were scared about this and that and the other. I remember it started in China, and I was just leaving to Austria, and they shut down the country right as I got there, pretty much. And I remember I was never afraid to get the thing, but I was like more afraid to give it to the people I was around. And like I was around this girl I was dating and her parents, and yeah, I was just afraid that they would get sick. And I knew that I was going to be fine and always, but then another thing I thought about was, like, dude, who is making all the fucking money from this? And how do I get some of that? I want some of that fucking money that they're making, dude, because that's what this is all for. For the money, baby. For money. Government and big business, baby. They're the ones doing all this, pushing it so hard. News loves it. Why? Because news makes money from horrible things. It's never the good shit that makes money. It's the horrible things that happen when they make two people fight each other. And that's what the world's at right now. It's like people are fucking at each other's throats. Vaccine this, no vaccine that, da 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 da. Ultimately, that should be like entirely up to your choice, you know. We can just look at the statistics and be like, yo, you don't actually have to get this because fucking you're probably not gonna die from it unless you've already been taking shit care of your body for forever. And a lot of it's a mindset thing. It's been quite well known in many old civilizations that the only sickness is that of the mind. All sickness and health problems and stuff, they are all rooted right here. And they project into the body. And whatever place of the body or the way it manifests itself is really just a sign of something that you need to fix about yourself, about your mind, about your body, something you need to do to take care of yourself spiritually, this and that and the other. It's all fucking, it's all symbols and signs for you to heal yourself and come back to yourself, and ultimately to lead you towards the spirit, to the divine. That's going way further. And I've been working on some jokes about that. How I'm convinced that you can't be pro-vaccine or whatever, pro the poke. You can't be pro the poke and be woke. That's a fact. You can't be pro the poke and be woke. Because if you're like if you're actually woke, dude, you know that it's full of shit. That these guys are just here trying to make money, trying to steal everybody's money, trying to poison every single person on the fucking planet, dude. And this is the first time in history, dude, where, like, the world, like, it's like half the world is they're, like, against each other. I don't know, this is just in my head, okay? I don't know these actual fucking numbers. But, like, it's the first time in history that I know about where the entire, like, world is like, let's do this, let's not do this. I don't know if the world has ever been at that point before in my life. I mean, there's been World War I, World War II, and stuff like that, but not every country was involved in that. And now this time they are. And this is World War III, guys. If you weren't aware, this is World War III, to be clear. Okay? Because I think we've outgrown war, but not psychological warfare, and that's the front that we're fighting on right now. And unfortunately, dude, if you're fucking pro-vaccine, I think that you're fucking fighting on the wrong side. Dude, just yeah, it's like really sad. And like, if you're pro-vaccine and stuff, I still fucking love you. I love the fuck out of all you guys, dude. It doesn't matter like what your opinions are, as long as you're nice to me, really. But But yeah, you can't be pro the poke and be woke, dude. It's just not. It doesn't coincide with each other. It's beyond anything political. It's spiritual. It's yeah, and what they're doing is just completely wrong. You can't do that to people, dude. You can't just take away people's freedoms like that. Like this is in the U.S., dude. We're like so about our freedom. It's wild, and to see so many people willing to give that up and be willing to divide is insane to me. I can't believe it. I mean, I guess I can believe it, but it's just like it's like wow. It kind of makes me realize just how dumb some of these people are. Excuse my jokes in between, you guys. Nothing personal. But yeah. No, dude, like this whole thing has been pushed to disconnect people, to make people afraid of each other, to push fear, to separate human beings, to create fear and not love. And I think a lot of these decisions being made are completely out of fear and not out of love. Because if you went towards love and not the fear, if you went towards love and towards your divinity and your infinite divinity that you have within yourself, you would know that disease comes from the mind, that everything can be healed through the mind. That's the reason why the placebo effect works, but it's much more deep than that. It's much more than that, because it is acting upon a spiritual level and a vibrational level, to speak so everybody can understand what I'm saying. And it's so obvious to me. It always has been so obvious to me. And like, yeah, it's just blowing my mind. Like, how could you guys want to disconnect from your family, from your people, to not see people, to not want to hug people, to not want to shake people's hands, to not want to kiss people? Like, what? No way, dude. We need to be hugging more, kissing more, loving more, like touching more. Like, it's so silly. I understand that the contrast and stuff like that always has to occur, and the good with the bad and things like that. And the time period that we're going through right now, we're going through like since 2008, we're going through like a 20 year like shithole gap, pretty much. So from 2008 till around 2028, if you're based on like age blocks or whatever the fuck, we'll be going through this for like another 7 years ish, give or take a few, and then eventually we'll come out of it, and there'll be like a great awakening or whatever, and the people of my generation will fucking come up and clean up all this dumb people's mess, dude. Yeah, it's a wild time we're in, you guys. I'm like really sorry that fucking people gotta go through this and gotta like realize it. Yeah, again, my mind's just blowing on some of these people that are just so blind to it all, dude. And they watch the news and they read on Facebook and Instagram. And they think that the shit's fucking real life. Well, it's fucking not, dude. If you're getting your news and your information from fucking Instagram, dude, it's probably full of shit. And you shouldn't fucking listen to it or read it or believe it or anything like that, dude. It comes from like, I'm speaking completely from spirit, dude. I don't watch anything political. I stay away from politics. When people talk about politics, I push that stuff away. I ignore it. I don't even respond. My actions come from like my vibrational standpoint of life and an understanding of what is. And for a while I debated even putting this video out because, well, I guess this goes really deep, but because I know that there's the contrast of life, right? So I'll put this out and then maybe I'll help some people, maybe it won't help some people, maybe someone will release some other fucking shit that's trash and like, I don't know, dude. But then ultimately you can get caught in a cycle of you're never doing anything because everything is actually pointless and nothing actually matters, which is true. But if you're gonna live and live life, then I guess you might as well do shit and play into the points of karma and contrast and yin and yang. Why not, right? Fuck it. I think a lot about Alan Watts and how he spoke, and he said that he never like spoke to convince people or to try and change people or anything. He's just speaking to speak, essentially. And I guess that's the point that I'm at now. I no longer want to change people. I don't want to inspire people or anything. Like, if you get inspired off of this, that's fucking cool. If you don't, oh well. If you come out of it with some new knowledge and a new thought process, then cool. If not, whatever. But really, it's just an opportunity for myself to speak, say the things that are on my mind that I don't usually say to people, because I don't want conflict, and I avoid conflict in my life as much as possible. I don't want that. I don't need that. Yeah, very calm kind of guy these days, and I don't. No, you shouldn't speak about I don'ts, I guess. Apparently you should speak about I wants, and I like this, I like that. And I like that back in the States in California, I don't have to hear sirens all day long and deal with stupid cops. Because fuck the police. But sorry, that's getting off of the COVID topic. What else did I want to say about COVID? It's just a spiritual front, guys. Yeah. Dude, it's time to fucking stand up, to talk back to this nonsense, dude. No more stick it to needle in the arm. We cannot be doing that, yo. No. I'm pretty done about staying quiet about this, and I've stayed quiet long enough, but like, this is fucking insane, dude. Take away our freedoms. People are pumped to give away their freedoms. They're pumped to give away the love, have no more love, to disconnect from people. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, how could you do that? How could you do that to yourself? How could you do that to your family? I don't understand it. These people in fucking office running this shit, dude, a bunch of fucking scumbags. Everybody in office, I would say probably like, again, I don't fucking watch politics, but if I had to guess, I would say about 95% of people in politics are all fucking scumbags, and they're all paid off. I don't give a fuck how much you loved Obama. I don't give a fuck how much you love Trump. I don't give a fuck how much you love any of these motherfuckers. They're all fucking scumbags, ultimately. And some are just more honest scumbags, like Trump. At least he was fucking honest about being a scumbag. He's like, COVID? You mean the fucking China disease? You mean the shit that they came up with? And I don't know where it fucking started. I could be fucking wrong again. But if it did start in fucking China and they started that shit up, dude, and then the rest of the world was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and just fucking do this. Everybody owes a bunch of money to China, right? So China was like, let's fucking do something and get some money. I don't know what the real fucking reason, or actually I know the reason. It's all fucking money. But I don't know the exact pattern to which it happened, but I know that it occurred. Everyone owed money to China. China was like, let's get some fucking money. The rest of the world fucking followed. They're like, yeah, let's get some fucking money. All these scumbag and big business things. Oh man, it's tempted to just like destroy them all, you know. And they need to be, honestly. But I don't know, the world will always have contrast, you know. There will always be good and bad. There will never be a time where there is just good and everything is so fucking good, you know. It just doesn't exist on this planetary vibrational realm that we are living in, on the 3D, you know. Maybe in other vibrations, but not this one. Certainly not in this one. And yeah, we gotta kind of deal with that. Which is again the reason why I thought about not making any of these videos. And I'm debating on not doing anything. But I don't know. fucking living and suffering and enjoying the few times that are good in between. But in summary, this COVID thing is horseshit. If you're for it, you're being a dummy. No more separation, no more fucking forced mandates, dude. Fuck these guys, dude. Fuck that shit. It's funny, as I say those cuss words, I know what they actually mean and what they come from. We can talk about that in another video. But, dude, these guys suck, man. They're no good. We need to unite. We need to love each other. We need to come together. We need to see eye to eye on these things and understand just, like, what the fuck is going on, dude. These companies are no good. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. And nothing that they're doing, none of these laws and mandates even make fucking sense. They don't make any sense at all. My little sister came to Hawaii, like last week or whatever. Poor kid, dude. She took 2 COVID tests. Her and her boyfriend both took 2 COVID tests before they came. One at Kaiser, one at CVS. And they just wanted to make sure that their result came back before their flight. They get on the flight, they come over, and they got their wristbands and shit. And then they go to the hotel, dude, and then when they get to the hotel, there's a fuck ton of cops and fucking these guys and investigators and da-da-da. And they're all there because my little sister came back with false positive from CVS. CVS gave her a positive fucking for COVID, dude. And an hour later, she got the result from Kaiser, and it was a negative. And her boyfriend was completely negative on both tests. Her friend was hanging out with, she was negative on both tests. And my little sister, on top of that, had COVID already. So she already has antibodies inside of her fucking body. If there's anyone that should be around here, probably fucking her. And they made her and her boyfriend quarantine for 10 days. And they were going to make her other friend that was with them quarantine with them for 10 days. But the girl had the vaccine. And even though she threw up at the fucking airport, they let this girl with the vaccine fly back to California. But they made my little sister and boyfriend stay here in a fucking hotel, pay all the fucking money for the hotel, pay for all this bullshit, and fucking not even be able to go outside and enjoy Hawaii. Like, I would kill these fucking people. I would never let people treat me like that. I would destroy them. If they're watching this video, you can go fuck yourself. I will destroy you. You ever touch me like that? Never would I ever put up with or let people treat me like that. No. And it blows my mind. And they were almost going to make them stay in separate hotels too. Like, hell no, bro. These people are thieves. They're fucking awful people. And if you think fucking just because you're in Hawaii, you're fucking evading all this stuff like that, no, you're not, dude. These scumbags are fucking here too. And dude, they might even be worse here in Hawaii, in Oahu specifically. It's terrible. The CDC, fuck you guys, you're terrible. Like, it's just mind-blowing. It's like, it's not even that I hate these people, it's just that I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? What is wrong with you people, dude? I know what's wrong with them. They're just a bunch of mindless drones, dude. And like, that's the thing. A lot of the world is just a bunch of mindless drones. They have no thoughts. They have no brain. They have no spirit. It's like a bunch of CPUs running around with no fucking animate character running them. And they're blind. These type of people are running the government. They're fucking working as cops, working for CDC. They're working for the news. These blind, deaf, dumb, limbo fucking living bastards who have no thought process, no thinking, no rational thought, no spirituality, no nothing. 'Tis wild, my friends, 'tis wild. Yeah. It's a funny one we're in, you guys. It's a funny one we are in. Don't submit to the vaccine, you guys. I know I've thought about that. It's like, maybe I'll just get the vaccine so that people can shut the fuck up, dude. Just to shut people the fuck up. it's kind of like the same reason why people go and get their college degree, because they're like, I got my piece of paper, and now there's like a vaccine, everyone's gonna be like, I got my piece of fucking paper. It's so dumb. So dumb. And it's kind of like the same theory why I didn't really go to school, to college, because I don't need 6 months to read one book. I'll read your book in a day if I really fucking want to. The vaccine. I don't need a vaccine, dude. I'm so fucking healthy. I'm 26-year-old. Like, I eat like almost only organic food and just like super high quality everything. I'm constantly extremely aware of my body and everything that's going on inside of it and how it's feeling and what it needs. When I need to rest, when I need to massage, when I need to explore, when I need to move. Like, I don't need a vaccine. That's so silly. My body's a champion, man. This thing fucking is a tank. I almost never get. I'm always healthy. I'm so healthy. Would never. Yeah. Super silly. There was previously when I had met the last chick I was hanging out with. She was sick, and then she got me sick, and like I remember I was sick for like a fucking entire week. It was crazy. I was like, what the hell? I was like, I've never been sick for a week in my life, and I was telling her my symptoms. She's like, that's not even that bad. I was like, what the fuck kind of fucked up European sicknesses do you get? She's like, my throat can be way more sore than that. It would hurt way more. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? This never happens to me. My throat feels terrible. I had like a sore throat. I don't even know if it's one of the stupid symptoms, but maybe it's just how it manifested in me. If it was the fucking COVID, all I know it was like it's the only bad sickness I've had in the last year and a half since COVID started. Yeah, it's the only bad sickness I've had in that entire span of time, and I've been traveling more in the last year and a half than I ever have in my entire life. I've been all over the place. I've been a ton of airplanes, been all kinds of restaurants, grocery stores, and this and that and the other, and fucking, oh, whoops, fucking super healthy. No shit, Sherlock. 'Tis wild, my friends. Yeah. Stay strong, stay united. You don't need the poke, 'cause you're fucking woke. Yeah, guys. All the love. Love you guys. More videos soon. Gonna keep talking. Gonna keep walking. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Comment, share, subscribe. Do all those things that do nothing. Whatever. Doesn't matter anyway. Love you. Peace.